Zamana Jahiliya, the time of ignorance. The people were alcoholics, gamblers. The Romans didn't want anything to do with them. The Persians didn't want anything to do with them. They said they're jungles. When they would have a daughter, they would bury her alive. They would do tawaf naked. Marketplaces were corrupt. Corruption was rife all over Makkah. And our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he had to grow up in this environment, and he would see these things with his eyes, and it would cause him heartache to such an extent that he couldn't bear to watch it. So what would he do? He would remove himself from there, and he would go spend days and days at a time inside a cave, all on his own. And he would sit and he would do muraqabah. He would meditate. He would think about what he's seeing with his eyes. He would worry about his people. He would worry about what's going to happen to the future generations. He would have this worry and concern, not only for himself, but everybody around him as well. And he would travel from Makkah to Syria. So when he would go out on these caravans, he would see the ahwal of the world as well. He would go through places where people are worshipping fire. He would go through places where people are doing all sorts of stuff. And he would come back home and he would think, what's going on in this world? So my brothers, for me and you to become muttaqi in this environment is very, very hard. It's very, very difficult. Surrounded by this. So me and you also have to go and sit inside a cave. Okay, you might not find a cave in Birmingham, but mashallah, you can probably find a nice quiet room over here inside the masjid. Yeah? You can find a nice little corner, right, where you can sit down and then do tasbih, and then subhanallah, 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 and you can do your zikr, astaghfirullah, 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 and you can do muraqabah. Why do we need to do muraqabah? Why do we need to meditate? Why do we need to think? It's because all these qualities which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to possess, we need to bring these into our lives.